The last comedian coming up drove like 7 hours and totaled a fucking car on his way here. Give it up for the incredible John Gibson.
Who here has seen me do this before? That's not many people. I've been operating under the fear that I've lost it. It being whatever comedy mojo I need to have to do 4 performances a year at a pig bar. Because I think that happens quick. We all, at some point, we lose touch, and all of a sudden we're corny and completely out of touch with humor. And we're not very self-aware about it. I thought it happened. I sent my wife a video, and there ain't nothing weird about that. That's like whole marriages now. It's just sending videos and watching while they respond. That's what sex is now. So I sent her a video, and it was just a picture of my daughter with a filter on it that had her like looking like she was singing a Lady Gaga song. Just her head was all moving around and like, Papa. And she watched it and she looked at me and she went, babe, that's what an old person would send you that they thought was funny. And I was like, ah. And I tried to defend myself. I was like, no. I had just seen a few of these on the web, and I thought it would be funny to send you away. Oh no. So now I'm worried. Am I on the other side? It's like, I mean, it happens quick. I think it's an overnight thing. One day you're writing jokes that you think are like biting satire with a little bit of likability, but you just pepper in a little bit of being a dick too, because it's kind of edgy, and you're like, that's good comedy. And then one day you wake up and you're my grandpa, who fucks up even telling a dad joke. He loved telling the cemetery joke. You guys know what the cemetery joke? We drive past the cemetery and be like, oh no! How many dead people are in that cemetery? You guys know that one? All of them, yeah. But he'd do it wrong. He'd tell it like, how many dead people are in that cemetery? I'm like, I don't know, Grandpa. You're like, they all died. Which is kind of the same thing, but scary. It's taking that innocent, fluffy joke and it's adding this whole malaise of I was the only person in my Vietnam platoon that survived. How many people were in the 13th Infantry? They all died. And that's the kind of oblivious I'm fucking scared of. Because I feel changes. Things are changing. I forgot my towel in my locker at the gym the other day. So I'm just soggy in the shower trying to like strategize. And I'm like, I could try to cover my shit up with my shampoo. But I've only got many, so I gotta like build something. I could rush real fast to the locker and just try to minimize the damage, but I think like I've been going to gyms for decades. Doing what? I don't fucking know. The wrong thing. But I've been going to gyms for decades, and there's always old people unabashedly hanging dumb. And I've always thought, you oblivious fuck. Read the room. Nobody wants to see that. But now I'm in the shower. And I'm thinking, I don't know, maybe you either die a hero Or you live long enough to be the guy sauntering his meat and taters about the Planet Fitness locker room, huh? So I was like, fuck it. I just walked out, this casual life. And how naive of me to think that old people were doing this because of lack of awareness. It's not that. It's not even a sexual thing. It's not a look at my cock. It's not nice. It's power. Raw, unadulterated power. You can't begin to understand. I walked into a locker room of 11 or so men, all in better shape than me. They all have pre-workouts they drink. They all know where a tricep is on your arm. But I was unquestionably the alpha in that room. None of them could meet my gaze. They all sheepishly squirmed away. The cold did its work, and everything was compressed, and they were like, the man taking that for a walk is a confidence I shan't fuck with. I could have looked at any one of them and been like, hey, Lionel! His name's surely not Lionel, but while he's in my fucking locker room, he'll go by whatever I tell him. I'm like, hey, Lionel, come here! Go to the market, get me some Fritos. He's not asking any fucking questions. He's gonna do it. Not asking about money, he knows he's paying. I'd be like, Lionel, you're a good kid. You do the memory of your dad proud. Lionel's dad may not be dead, but while he's in my locker room, that motherfucker is an orphan. What I'm saying is, there's cleverness perhaps to be discovered in this old person journey I'm going on as I venture further and further behind the saggy flesh curtain. I think there's things to be learned, but I'm not ready for my funny to be there. And maybe it won't be. Not every old person falls victim to this complete lack of awareness, but a lot do. But maybe I'll be lucky. I've been told my whole life as I get older, I'm going to get more conservative. I haven't. I'm still fluffy and litty and all the things that would make you want to fight me. I thought some things that were inappropriate the other day, but they still think they were in the right spirit. Me and my family went to the first Pride parade in the town I live in, and I was getting ready, and I was looking at my clothes, and I thought, what's the gayest thing I own? Which isn't really okay to think, but I meant it well. I wanted to go out there representing, but I don't have anything that really works. I got no rainbow gear or anything, so I thought, well, I'm gonna wear my shortest shorts. Those are the gayest shorts, right? It's kind of fucked up, but I swear it's from I want to be an ally. I want to show my thighs because I love y'all. And I don't know if that's being old or being out of touch or what, but it's not insidious. I'm trying my best. I just don't live the way I used to live. Things are changing. At my house, I have spare C and D batteries for just in case. Why? Am I going to go buy a police flashlight? I might. Because I'm old. You know what I did 2 weekends ago? I went to a sheep shearing. That's exactly what it sounds like. It's where they cut the wool off a sheep. My wife asked me, hey, I've always wanted to do this. Why the fuck have you always wanted to do this? But I thought, how little towns will have a niche skill set or a niche thing, and they'll make a little festival around it. Like a honey festival or a popcorn festival or a classic car thing. I thought, okay, it was going to be a little fair. Fine, I'll eat a funnel cake. It's all good. It's just a fucking sheep shearing. It's like a barn/amphitheater packed with people. And there's like two ladies running the show, and they're in full Handmaid's Tale gear. They're like in a full robe and wimple and all that. But they're not like Mennonite or Amish, or they're just actors. They're just there to work. One of them's got like a tattoo of dice on her hand. But whatever fucking psychopath decided this was a spectator sport thought we would like it a lot more if they were really uncomfortable in the 92-degree heat. So they're just out there sweating their asses off. And there's one girl out there, she's like the hype girl. She's really getting us jazzed for the fucking sheep shearing. She's like, did you know that once a year they have to shear the sheep or they get uncomfortable? And the wool can be used for all kinds of, not so much this wool, we sell this at the gift shop, but wool in general, like sweaters, and she's doing thunderstruck with the sheep shearing crowd. She's just sheep, sheep. And everyone's buying it, and everyone's ready. And then the other girl's like 5'1". And she drags the sheep out. Have you ever seen a sheep in person? They're gross. They're all dirty and like been shitting in their own fluff for a year. And they've got giant balls. Did you know that? Giant, like 11-inch droopy balls. Distracting balls. And she takes this giant bald creature and sets it down and sort of props it up, and then just 1998 Undertaker choke slams that motherfucker. Boom! And the sheep's like, ah! His legs straight out. And the lady running the hype reel is like, it's important to break their spirit early. Then they just lay there and they don't fight it. They just let it happen. That seems problematic. But there's people in folding chairs like, yeah, that's right. This is what you're gonna do. What the fuck? Why are you here? Why am I here? But they're like, well, okay, we don't use electric clippers because we're authentic. We're doing an authentic early 1900s representation of sheep shearing. I guess that was the hot era. And they pull out like manual clippers, but they're like fucking Menards clippers. They're like green plastic handles and stainless steel blades. Like that's where you cut this all off? There? Like if you were going to bring a sophisticated alloy system into this, could you not let the ladies wear a tank top? It's hot outside. So this woman who perfect plexed the fucking sheep into submission, she starts shearing. She cuts all the wool off this fucking sheep in like 4 minutes. It's unreal. And we're all just standing there, and there's just a naked sheep, like, dirty and skinny, and its balls are all the more visible. They're just giant and black. Have you seen Spider-Man 3? Like, you know when Venom's just a puddle coming down from the... It looks like me at the gym. No dick, all sack balls. And she walks it off, and I'm like, are we done? That was like 10 minutes, what now? And everyone's quiet. And all of a sudden, the lady comes out with another sheep, and she's like, everybody, next we're doing Samson! And everyone fucking erupts! Like Rush just came back on stage, the new Tom Sawyer, like, this dude's like, go get your mom, we're doing fucking Samson, get your fucking mom! And my kid, he's like, that's 1, 2 sheep. He's fucking stupid, and he thinks that's impressive. But then it happens. I go, buddy, if you keep counting sheep, you're gonna fall right asleep, you will. And all my comedy confidence, all my thoughts about my own cleverness, everything that I stand by to even be able to do this with confidence, they all died. All right, that's all from me.